Of all the 17 FDPs which are being launched today. It is indeed my proud privilege to share my thoughts on one of the most prominent and value-added scheme of AICTE. We very fondly call AICTE Training and Learning Academy. Through this endeavor, we always try that all the emerging areas content, which is the primary responsibility of a teacher to transact in a class, and we must ensure that the last student sitting on the last bench should also be able to be as benefited as the first student on the first bench. And you should all agree with me that in this endeavor, in this direction, the continuous, comprehensive, content-based, pedagogy-based, technology integration-based, evaluation reforms-based, training of faculty, our faculty members is a mandatory requirement. And it is with this endeavor and understanding that COVID pandemic has changed everything. There is a paradigm shift in teaching learning process. Our new era education of today's time, is highly collaborative. It is cross-institutional. It is cross-cultural, bi or multi-directional, enabling a convergence of men and machine to explore new pedagogies. Students are no longer viewed spectators. In fact, they are creators of knowledge in a self-paced, self-directed, and interest-based learning ecosystem, where video conferencing, Skype, wikis, blogs, virtual classrooms, simulators, MOOCs, animated laboratories, and highly personalized data from interconnected world has become some of the newer learning techniques. Then when we talk about all these things, how do we prepare our faculty members that, they are prepared to take on this new revolutionary set of teaching learning process. In a large class where students of diverse abilities, background and motivation, we should always as teachers asking ourselves, what and where should my focus be? And generally, whenever you would try to discuss these things among senior colleagues, senior faculty members, the answer would generally be that focus on the average of the class. Now, how do you define average of the class? Where students come from different diverse backgrounds, where the capability and motivation of each student is different, where the learning technique of each student is different. All of you are teachers and understand it much, much better than what I am saying, that some students learn better when they are taught in a monologue manner, some in a discussion and a workshop manner, some are more tuned to sound lectures, that is these lectures, oral lectures, some by simply self-paced learning in themselves. And so this defining average of the class is a very, very difficult question. Again, when we talk about that, how do we judge that students have learned? By and large, our assessment is based on either on midterm exams or end-term exams. That does not define the continuous comprehensive teaching which takes place throughout the year, throughout that connect among peers, connect with your teacher, connect with your guide, connect with the overall teaching learning environment in a class and outside of a class. So with this, there are many, many questions which we need to answer. Can we think about flipped classrooms? Can we think about quizzes and vivas? Can we think about continuous written assignment submissions, course projects, term projects? And it is with this endeavor that AICTE continuously keep on organizing faculty development program with the best experts possible from India and abroad. One is, number one, that you should be able to understand the newer emerging contents. Secondly, you should be able to design the curriculum. Thirdly, you should be able to integrate the technology in your pedagogy. You should be able to adopt new pedagogies for teaching these emerging areas more effectively. Fourth is that what should be our assessment patterns, that examination reforms, and how should we continuously be updating our curriculum, keeping industry in mind. So all these parameters, some of the important criterion AICTE has worked on. We have our Parak project where we are trying that, students are holistically assessed. Then whenever we talk about designing the curriculum, we always involve industry experts. Similarly, we are continuously teaching our faculty members. With this endeavor, I would request all of you, all the coordinators, all the participants to take these ATAL FDPs very, very seriously, where you understand that, see, unless all the students are equally learned, our objective of teaching learning has not been achieved. You are more than a teacher. You are the motivator. You are the inspiring one. You are the agents of change. You are the one who celebrate diversity in a class and ensure inclusivity of the whole class. Once again, I would be very keen to hear from our member secretary, who will be addressing us just from now, and then from our chief guest. So thank you so very much. Please take these ATAL FDPs very, very seriously. Learn from the experts and give your best to the class. Thank you so very much. May I now request our own, very own Professor Rajiv Kumar to kindly address this August event. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, madam. Thank you very much. Honorable Professor K.K. Agarwal ji, Chairman, NBA, our mentor, our guru. Sir, we are lucky to have you as a chief guest today in this opening function of the 17 FDPs.
Thank you so much. Thank you, sir.
So we are getting your advice, your suggestions, not only on academic matters, also on all policy matters at AICTE. So your suggestions and advice, they are very, very important for all of us. My friends at AICTE, Mamta Agarwal ji, advisor, Amit Datta ji, Gitari Lal Garg ji, coordinators of 17 FDPs, and dear participants. Very good morning to each and everyone. First of all, I thank ATAL Cell, AICTE ATAL Cell, for organizing this large number of FDPs, faculty development programs in thrust areas, and making this as a movement. Not only this week, sir, on every Monday, our ATAL Cell, headed by Dr. Mamta Agarwal ji, we are starting large number of FDPs. And last year, we conducted more than 1,500 FDPs, and this year the target is even more. And this achievement of AICTE has been recognized by World Book Record, and consecutively 2 years they have given us certificate in this direction, sir. Now, the important thing is that as we are organizing large number of faculty development programs, and as I said, every Monday, large number of faculty development programs we are inaugurating. The quality of this faculty development program is this is an important and challenge to all of us, that we should not decrease the quality, or we should not compromise with the quality of these faculty development programs. So, sir, I would like to share that, keeping all such things in mind, we have requested large number of experts, senior persons, senior professors, just to be a part of this ATAL team, and we have requested them to join some of the lectures, some of the part of this faculty development program, and give suggestions. So these experts, they are not for the fault finding, they are just to give suggestions how we can improve also this faculty development program, what can be done more to make these faculty development programs more useful. And as you know that these faculty development programs, they have industry component also. It is mandatory in each and every faculty development program to have industry participation. And sir, I will like to share you that not only people from the industry, but the persons, faculty from the abroad also, they have shown interest in these faculty development programs. So we have a challenge also how to maintain this quality, and for this purpose, we are reviewing how to conduct these faculty development programs in time to come. Mamta Agarwal ji, our advisor, she is working in this direction. She has made a committee, and my suggestion to the committee will be that if it is possible, if we can convert all these faculty development programs to small project-based, if some project-based component can be included in these faculty development programs to make them more useful, more interactive, and interesting also. So that will be the thing. Our coordinators and our team, expert team, which we are going to assign this job, they will give their suggestions, and definitely, sir, in your presence, in our ECs and in our councils, we will discuss all these suggestions and we will take the corrective measures, how we can make these faculty development program more attractive, more useful, and more interactive. So with all these words, sir, once again, I thank you, sir, for being part of this important inaugural function for of 17 faculty development programs. And I also thank all the coordinators showing interest in AICT faculty development program, with one message also, that you take all these faculty development programs very seriously. The faculty members, those who are not showing or those who are attending very less component of this faculty, please don't recommend them for the certificate. So this is the message to all coordinators. With all these words, I once again thank our AICT team and all the coordinators and participants to be a part of this program. Thank you. Namaskar.
Thank you so very much, sir. Thank you for telling. And I would also like to tell our Professor K.K. Agrawal, sir, that ATAL Academy, with the help of our Deputy Director and Assistant Director, Dattaji Gargji, it has been conferred award by World Book of Records for an outstanding contribution in the faculty development. Professor Agrawal, a very, very visionary and very dynamic leader whom I have known, sir, since the time I stepped into civilian life. I would humbly request you, sir, to kindly address his guest. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mamta, for the nice words. And Professor Rajiv Kumar, Member Secretary AICTE, and an extremely good friend, Mamta Rani Agarwal, the leader of the ATAL Academy program, and as told by her that she started academics with us and has come a long way thereafter. Congratulations to her. Then we have Dr. Amit Datta and Dr. Gitanjali on the program, and the coordinators of various faculty development programs and the participants of these programs. Being associated with AICT in a rather heavier way, I know all the programs are being conducted. I have always been enamored with several programs, and one such program which appeals to me the most is a teacher's training. Because what had happened was, with the ever highest expansion in technical education, quality of students suffered at times, we all know that, but quality of teachers also suffered at times. Sometimes we had to compromise, sometimes for reasons beyond that. Even IITs who do not fill up all their positions, and the reason given is simple, that we cannot find the faculty of requisite merit. Because the point is, if the faculty of the requisite merit is few and it has to be distributed in 5,000 institutions, everybody will feel the pinch of it. So faculty shortage quantitatively has been a serious problem for us to reckon with, and more so quality faculty has been an issue. Unless we recognize this issue very strongly, we will not be able to really come forward and move forward and remedy the things which have fallen short. Because faculty is the kingpin of higher education, whatever we may say. I can vouch for it with all my teaching career, which started in 1968, that unless the faculty is of the adequate quality, we really cannot deliver. I think all of you have been taught by several teachers, and I can almost bet on this. If I ask the most favorite subject from any teacher, it will be probably the one who was taught by the most competent teacher. So your interest is directly dependent upon the competence of the teacher. That's an hypothesis which has been empirically established, whether you understand it or not, whether you accept it or not. And therefore, only for quality of technical education, quality of higher education rests very heavily on the teachers, and we have to accept that. And I'm so happy that AICT took it very seriously and started doing faculty development programs on a very large scale. I mean, thanks to online technologies, otherwise doing 17 programs will normally take more than a month. But now you are doing it in 1 week because of the technology. So this is probably one of the best use of technology which is being done, and I'm so happy about it. The advisor Mamta Rani Agrawal, when talking about her initial points, did talk about online education can be tuned to student by student to some extent. So in a way, I definitely say that if the old Gurukul system has to come back, today is the right time for that. Because the online technology allows me to have a classroom of 10,000 students and also a classroom of 2 students almost at the same cost, which was not possible in the physical mode. So online mode gives me a great flexibility upon the class size and depending upon the interest of the students. I being in MBA at the moment, we talk about outcome-based education, and really speaking, friends, outcome-based education will depend upon student to student. Every student will have different interests, and we will have to define outcome-based education. So I agree with the Mamta Agrawal that if teaching has to be really modeled, which we call as student-centric in the lighter vein, this technology and these FDPs will be a great help. Similarly, Professor Rajiv has been with me, associated with me for more than decades, and I know the contributions which have been made to quality of technical education, particularly the outcome-based assessment to which he had very heavily contributed at personal level. Having said that, friends, I'm so happy to be here on the inaugural occasion of 17 FDPs. Friends, I have a habit of looking at the things in little detail, and I was seeing 17 programs we are conducting all over the country. I mean, from the length and breadth of the country, almost every corner of the country is being covered in. And these things are not coincidence. They happen, and I'm sure somewhere down the line, this will also help us in the larger cause of bringing the nation together on one platform in some form or the other. Not only that, when I was looking to the topics, 17 topics, I can broadly classify them in 2 categories. One is Industrial Revolution 4 technologies, and second is sustainable development. I practically find all the 17 topics can be categorized in these 2 groups. Industrial Revolution 4 technologies, whether you talk about artificial intelligence, whether you talk about data science, whether you talk about IoT, whether you talk about augmented reality, virtual reality, 3D printing, flexible manufacturing, whatever, all the technologies are being made very popular through these activities. And that's a great help to the teachers who want to familiarize themselves with these technologies. I know AICT is doing special programs on emerging technologies. They have a program of 8 modules which teachers can take on the emerging technologies. But in addition to that, every teacher has to be conversant with these technologies, and for that familiarization level, these FDPs will be a great help. So I congratulate AICT for conducting these FDPs on such a massive scale. World Book of Records appreciates you, that's something great, but greater is your contribution to the quality of technical education which will go through these FDPs. Professor Rajiv talked about better structuring of these programs. I think now when we are doing FDPs for so large numbers, maybe we can go to a database as to which teachers have attended more than one faculty program and in what areas. And can we sort of modularize them and to say that gradually he or she can become an expert in this, having attended 3-4 programs. Many times the teachers ask me, sir, should we attend faculty development program in our own subject or in other subjects? And my answer, friends, is both. I have invariably said, today's student will have to have what I have been calling is a T-shaped personality. When I say T-shaped personality, I mean depth of knowledge in one subject and breadth of knowledge in several subjects. Now, unless the student of today does that, he is very deep in knowledge in one area, but has a breadth of knowledge in several areas, he will not be a successful professional. And therefore, duty rests on the teachers to make sure that that angle of personality gets developed. And to do that, it will be very necessary for you teachers to attend faculty development programs in your own areas of specialization, plus several other areas, because the element of creativity cannot come in unless you are comfortable with other areas also. And in the national education policy, as you know, we talk about multidisciplinarity, we talk about creativity, we talk about flexibility. Now, all these can only come if you, as senior teachers, are comfortable with these ideas. If you love your subject so much that you don't like your student to talk to the teacher of another discipline, then creativity of students is ruled out. We must open it up. The labs of all the departments should be open to all the students practically. Classes should be open to almost all who wish to attend, depending upon prerequisites and all that. And therefore, I have been saying the role of the teachers as faculty advisors is going to become very, very important in the implementation of national education policy. Like all universities abroad, we have the concept of faculty advisors as a very strong concept. In India, it is still a weak concept, but the student won't even understand what he has to choose at times. Yes, his interest is important, but still he needs guidance. I mean, supposing somebody takes in 4-year degree course a subject on physics, another subject on music, another subject on cricket, another subject on history. And what is he going to become? So at times the interest of the student will have to be moderated by the guidance from the faculty, and therefore faculty advisors will have to play an important role in the form of all teachers. And there these FDPs, because you should have an idea of several subjects before you go ahead and do that. So I think these FDPs will do a great purpose in that direction. And also I will just say, when you look at these technologies are not standalone technologies. Artificial intelligence without data science is meaningless. Internet of Things without sensors is meaningless. 3D printing without IoT is meaningless. Augmented reality without AI is meaningless. So why I'm trying to tell you this is, these technologies are also teaching you indirectly that the technologies will in future not stand alone. Your PhD in this, your DSc in this, you are doing specialized work in this will be important, but more important will be how good a thinker you are. And therefore, in that direction, I feel these FDPs will have a great role to play in shaping you up as thinkers in addition to researchers. I read an article says we need PhDs, but more than that, we need original thinkers, and this will help. Finally, friend, because sustainability is also an aim in these FDPs, and I personally feel it will be a requirement from all engineering graduates. As a matter of fact, in the Washington Accord, India has given a proposal to make sustainability as one of the graduate attributes. And in the last webinar on the Washington Accord, I said, let us take a pledge for all of us, teaching all our students, whenever we give a small project, howsoever small, let them calculate the cost of it. And let them say what is the cost of the existing alternative, how good they are. And let them calculate the energy requirement of this and compare it with the existing things. An engineer must start comparing cost and power requirements at all times in life, and let us contribute that towards sustainability. Sustainability, all the 17 goals are dependent upon engineers to a very good extent, and we'll continue to promote it. I think today you have to start your specific faculty development programs. So with this, I wish you all the best for the 5 days, and the type of experts you have your faculty development programs have chosen. I'm sure you will be richer at the end of the 5 days and continue to transfer that wealth to your students. With this, I thank AICT for giving me this opportunity and wish all the coordinators and the delegates all the very best for these FDPs. Thank you very much.
Thank you so very much, sir, for your comprehensive and eloquent address. Listening to you is always a pleasure and so much enriching experience. We promise you that whenever we conduct these FDPs, sustainability, that living in absolute harmony with nature, would always be our endeavor in letter and schools. Thank you so much. Now I would request to propose vote of thanks before we conclude the program.
Very warm good morning. Thank you, madam, for giving me this opportunity. Please indulge me just for 5 minutes because there is a huge team behind us who have been heard of to actually put these FDPs together. I deem it's a great honor and proud privilege to propose the vote of thanks to all the dignitaries, but I am not competent enough to summarize such a legendary personalities in the vote of thanks, but I will try to do my best. First of all, my first vote of thanks to the Lord for giving the glory and making today's occasion a resounding success. The first and the foremost thanks to today's chief guest, Professor K.K. Agarwal sir. Sir is the father of Indian Technical Accreditation System. So today we are fortunate enough and we had a great opportunity to hear your thoughts which have enlightened our minds how to enrich our FDPs in T-shape. And just to bring back the better academia, bring back our ancient Gurukul system, definitely our faculty advisors will definitely play a great role. 17 Sustainable Development Goal awareness among the students will be a great enriching content. Thank you so much, sir, for spending time with us. Thank you for your busiest time. Thank you. I extend my deep thanks of gratitude to today's guest of honor, our own dynamic academic visionary leader, member secretary of AICT, Professor Raju Kumar sir, for your motivational and transformational leadership. Talk, sir, about AICT and the highlighting the features of ATAL FDPs. Your galvanic presence always energizes all of us. Thank you, sir, for gracing this occasion. My heartfelt thanks to our team leader, very passionate academic leader, Mrs. Mamtarani Agarwal ji, Advisor 1, AICTE, who worked tirelessly towards betterment and motivating all of us. Exceptionally helpful and very supportive. Thank you so much, madam, for your all support. Our sincere thanks to all coordinators, participants. I am confident your journey here turns to be very fascinating, engaging, and worth remembering. I owe special gratitude to my own dedicated team, ATAL, who is exceptionally helpful behind the scene, Assistant Director, Dr. Gidharilal Garg, my technical team, media team. Finally, I am with you with the inspiring quotes of Swami Vivekananda ji. Find the teacher, serve him as a child, open your heart to his influence, see in him God manifested. Unquote. With the permission of the chief guest, we are concluding here the ceremony. Thank you so much. Have a great day ahead. Thank you.
Sir, may we conclude the ceremony? Sir, with your permission, may we conclude the ceremony, sir?
Sure.
All the very best, coordinators, participants. Please do these ATAL FDPs very, very seriously. And in case you have any suggestion, please keep on writing to us. We will try to incorporate all your suggestions. And if you want to include more emerging areas. Thank you so much. Thank you, Agarwal sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
এটা রেকর্ডিং কোন নেট করে দেয় না কোনো নেট কাজে বুঝতে বলিলাম
आप लोग चल रहे हैं
এটা